Welcome, everyone, to day 360 of this journey to 2000 ELO. There are 6 days left. I know that sounds weird, but I guess technically from November 8th till 2023 to November 8th, 2024. Whatever it works out to be. 360 6 days or something like that. Anyways, whatever. November 8th, I believe, is the day that I started this challenge. So there's 6 days left. And yeah, 6 days left. Today is another one of those days where I'll probably just play one rapid game for today. I'm hungover. We had our Halloween party last night. Drank a little bit more than I probably should have, and I'm hungover today. But I still want to make, the daily video, put out the video and just play a game here. Anyways, so let's jump right into it. I don't think I have the force to do. I don't think I have the gusto to do 10 minutes. I'm going to do a 15-minute, 10-second increment game so I can take my time a little bit, kind of chat. So let's get started. Sometimes the 15-minute pool takes a little bit of time to find someone. But yeah, I just would really rather not be super rushed on time. Join 2014 A. Wow. They're winning a lot of games. That's concerning for me because probably going to win. Anyways, okay, so we're going to play a London and we're going to play a London. And I'm just going to take my time and just play a game of chess. If you guys have been following the last few videos, I've gotten some really crazy wins due to flagging and time pressure. And I'd just rather not get into that situation right now. I'd rather just have time to think. And okay, so we're facing London against King's Indian. But this is Grunfeld set up with d5 instead of d6. So, I think that c4. What's the move here? I need to go over my London lines. To be honest with you guys, I got a lot of people who comment saying every single person tells me I should try a different opening or do a different opening. And although I totally get it, why people don't like the London, if I were to listen to every fucking person that tells me I should change my opening and that I should play X, Y, or Z opening, I'd be changing every other day. But the London is kind of boring. I totally understand. And it's part of why I feel like I find it hard to study is because it's all just so similar. The structures are just so similar that it's harder for me to study than the Scandinavian. Anyways, I'm kind of rambling here. I don't know. I was trying to remember if I've gone over my lines against the Grunfeld. Because they might go c5 themselves, in which case we respond with c3. So I could, and bishop f5 might be coming. So I think I want to go bishop d3 first. Yeah, because d6 here, they're not really ever threatening e5, right? A lot of times you don't want your bishop here on d3 because they hit you with d5 and then they fork you. But that, I don't think is going to happen. I don't like giving black that diagonal. So bishop d3 does kind of prevent that, but they can jump in with the knight, in which case, yeah, I can start challenging it. Just deciding how I want to go about this. Probably just bishop d3, but let's just take a moment here. So bishop g4 is impossible. I'm gonna go bishop d3. Sometimes, if you're lucky too, sometimes if you just take too long, your opponent just resigns, or they first start messaging you and saying hurry up, or I mean, no one says that. They just start messaging you and heckling you because you're taking too much time. And I've literally had people that just resign the game. Okay, so they go for knight b to d7. Before developing the bishop, I'm thinking they're probably going for c5 here. I don't think that changes my plans at all. Let's just look at e5 is not possible, but what they might do is go knight h5 to prepare e5. So I could drop my bishop back. Or I could jump in a knight like 95 right away. Do I want to do that? Because if I drop back here, maybe he still wants to like play knight h5. I think that would, I mean, I could just go g4. Or like here, knight h5, drop back. He plays anyways. I just don't think I'm supposed to let e5 happen, you know, because like takes. I'm basically just doubling my pawns up for no good reason. I think that it's either knight e5, because then takes, you know, and we threaten to try to trade off the bishops, or we just drop back. But I don't know. Those are the two moves. I'm going to go ahead and kind of break an opening principle here and play 95 right away. Just to like I said, not go into a line where I double up, where I double my own pawns. And okay, so now c3, I'm pretty sure. Almost always our response to that. If they push, we'll see what we do there, but probably just bishop back d2. But c3, thinking that has to be the only reasonable answer. But, you know, because it's a 15-minute, game here, I got some time. If this were 10-minute, I would have played that immediately. And what do I want to do? I had some people comment. One of my viewers said that they have been following me for a while and found that I would I think he said I would often get, good positions and then start doubting myself, thinking too much about my opponent's plans. And although I think you have to take into account your opponent's plans, that's a very important part of chess. I think, see what they mean. I think I want to take back with the bishop here. Yeah, I don't want to take back this way, I think, right? Like pawn takes. No. But I see what they mean, because the best, I think, is when you are just like a force to be reckoned with. You just like steamroll your opponents, making, attacking moves, attacks that, or moves that make a threat, that force your opponent into more and more passive position, that slowly get your pieces on your opponent's side of the board. That's all really good. You have to also take into account, though, what your opponents might play, because if you miss a move like that, you could miss a move that costs you the game, Anyways, but I'm trying to keep that in mind, because it's definitely possible that I went a little bit too far in the direction of like worrying, thinking about what my opponent is going to do, and then like not playing very good chess myself. We pretty much always take back with the E pawn there. Not doing like a stonewall setup or anything, so. And then knight b to d2, b to d2 at some point here. He might jump his knight in, and in which case, we can like trade the bishops off, then play knight b to d2, but then f5. Okay. All right. Queen b6. Now, one thing to notice here is that if I go queen b3, there is no like c4 or anything like that. I don't know if I want to. I could also just go queen c2. This is a pretty solid pawn structure right now, and I don't think e5 is happening anytime soon. So I wonder, because queen c2 prevents knight e4. Knight e4 would no longer be possible. I don't know if I went here, if I want actually to do that and double my pawns up. I suppose I could use it to start striking at the center, but any better moves here? Let me think. Could also just go queen e2. That could be fine as well, but my queen is really like tied down there, and then I can't develop my knight. So I think it's going to be queen c2. And then the question is, where is this bishop going? for right now, it doesn't really have anywhere good available. I also want a castle soon here, but I think just queen c2, and then his bishop's got to go somewhere, right? So he's either, and he just stopped himself from playing b6 or touching the b pawn, so he'd have to be going out here. I think that queen c2 is the move. That way I can develop my knight. No problem. But yeah, I see here, like, since I have the time, and I would recommend, a lot of you guys leave comments asking me, like, I don't know, you're stuck at a certain elo, presumably below me. Otherwise, I can't give you much advice if you're stuck at like 2200. I don't know what I know. I've heard that you need to focus more on openings. But, anyways, a lot of people get stuck and they ask me for advice or what they should do. And I always talk about the anti blunder check. And if you have the time, just make sure, like, you don't need to spend all of your time thinking about your opponent's plans and stuff, but you do need to make a habit, at least make it like subconscious, where you're thinking, what are my opponent's checks, captures, attacks? This has to be like a process, even if it's in the background of your mind all the time. What are my opponent's checks, captures, attacks? Because if you miss one thing like that, it can cost you the game. So I just want to make sure here, like, every move that I'm making, that I'm not getting caught by surprise. So if I would go knight b to d2 here, I'm thinking he wants to move his knight somewhere and like really trade those bishops off. If I go here and he, like, I don't know, moves his knight somewhere back, wanting to trade and ultimately win that pawn, I can go knight f3. So like knight b to d2. Let's just say knight there. Well, there I could I can't actually. It's pinned, so that would be an issue. Okay, so he wants to go knight b to d7. I should probably just castle then in that case. And then I'll figure out, like, if he drops back, I'll trade the bishops off, I think, because I'm going to also have rook e1 with tempo. I mean, he's not attacking anything else. Like, these light squares are totally covered right now. So probably just castling, and then we'll see. He's got, this move doesn't work either, right? Like his takes. It's just castles, knight e4. Could throw in takes first. Takes, and then, so yeah, it's got to be castles, because you can't have my bishop pinned like that or I'm in trouble. Castles, otherwise he goes here and I'm in trouble. Because even if I were to like throw in f4, he can go f6 and win the piece. So let's just castle. And my opponent is a 1959 from Canada. Yeah, I went on a really big losing streak. Okay. I'm thinking, though, this has got to be decent for me. Because trading that off, if he goes back with the knight, maybe he wants the f5 square. Maybe, actually, that's kind of a clever plan, if so, here, and wanting to go knight f5. And then obviously, like, if I take, he's going to, well, no, because the queen's in front of the bishop. So I could throw in rook e1, kind of delay it, but black also might have some weaknesses if we trade off the dark square bishop. I could also go f4. Kind of weakens my king, but it kind of weakens the king, and it also weakens the g3 square. I'm not sure how much I love that. So I think, to see trades, knight here, knight b to d2. If knight there, jump into f3, or we can take first. We would take first. So let's just trade off. He doesn't have anything up his sleeve, does he? No, I don't think so. We'll trade. We'll go here, and then if allowed, knight b to d2, and then I'm going to gain a tempo on the queen by going rook e1. Oh, he goes king takes. Okay. Very interesting, but this, if I had to guess, if someone has an advantage, a slight advantage here, I would guess that it's white. I just got rid of the fianchettoed bishop, so there's some weaknesses. Although I don't have the dark square bishop, but so knight b to d2, finish our development. Right, that's annoying. And I can't go rook e1 right away. So knight here, rook e1. Am I losing that bishop? Where's the queen going? He can't stay on any of the diagonals, so it'd have to be going probably to, like, I'd guess d6. So knight here, knight there, here. He can't throw this in, right? As a intermezzo or whatever. I don't think so. We got to get the knight out. And I cannot touch my pawns on the king side. This is already a hook, so I need to be a little bit careful here. I could go rook a to e1. Which rook do I use? If I go here, like, my king side is looking kind of weak. A little bit. Eventually I'd like to get the knight in. But I think just rook f to e1 still should be okay. I mean, is he really going to, like, takes, queen takes? He could, wait, because he can sack the knight. Takes. I kind of have to take there. And then he takes, gets out of the fire of the rook. He's got his queen there, and I don't have a whole lot. I could block, let's see here. There, takes. I can't go knight f3. That's annoying. I can't do anything with my bishop. So what if I were to go there instead, and then takes. Okay, I'm getting a little bit low on time. Takes. Queen here. If check, rook there. All right, I'm going to go this rook, actually. We'll see if I'm wrong. I don't know. We'll see if I'm wrong or if I'm missing something here. They might not even be thinking about that move, but I think that might actually work. Now I don't think it does because I can hit the queen. All right. Now, I mean, I can go here, kind of reroute my bishop. I don't want to give away my light square bishop, I think, but this is kind of annoying, though. That's a little bit annoying, so I might need to leave my bishop there and just let the knight take it here. Takes. Bishop comes out with tempo. Yeah, or I could go c4. I mean, this is kind of weak, but here, takes, bishop f5, queen there. I'm going to do it anyways, I think. I'm just going to get it developed. I am starting to get a little bit low on time here. Oh, is he thinking about sacking? Here, takes. Bishop there, my rook is trapped, so that's annoying. Oh, geez. So what if I just... I need to be careful, I feel like. This knight's really annoying. I do not like what's going on. I move over, takes. Bishop takes, then the rook is safe. Jesus, I think I need to do that. I don't know if it's even necessary, but I think I'm going to do it. I'm getting a little bit low on time. I shouldn't freak out, though. You know, there is still the 10-second increment, but f6. Whoa, boy, do I wish I could plant something right there. That's weak. He's going to go e5, but can I try to stop that? Here, there, takes. Yeah, I can do it like that. This way it also beefs up. I'll trade off, you know, but it's fine. I'll trade off. I'll give the bishop up. I think that's okay. I was watching Chess Vibes, Nelson playing, and he was referencing some book Forgot what he said it was, where basically the sign of a weak king side is if there's a knight. If there's not a knight, if there is not a knight on f6, and if they've moved one of the pawns. So I have moved one of my pawns, and I have my opponent has a piece on my side of the board, basically. So putting this knight on f6, I feel like, or f3, beefs up the king side a little bit. You know, you can often defend with that move. Okay. Now I'm not loving this. This knight is pissing me off. The control that it has. I could go rook here, start doubling up. I think I will. E5 still doesn't work, I think. I can't kick the knight out, though, which is really annoying me. So let's just... start doubling up. Try to prevent E5. I mean, that king could be weak, so I think this is still roughly equal, but trying to play a little bit faster here and catch up on time. Spending around 10 to 20 seconds per move right now would be good. God, this knight is really annoying me. So now I think I'll drop the bishop back if I can avoid. But then it gives him bishop f5. Bishop f5. Then I could start maybe... Like, what do I want to go after? What are my targets? I want to counterattack here. I don't know what exactly. I know that I do not like this. My queen, the bishop, I do not like the squares that are on right now. That much is for sure. So given the opportunity, I will play bishop f1, add some more beef to my king side. It adds more beef, and it might allow me to play g3. I might actually do that. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Kind of just playing automatically here. I mean, if you wanted to go bishop b5, that's fine. I'll take, I think. Then I at least have a target. Yeah, I might go g3 now, and then move my king up, get this knight. You're not supposed to leave your opponent's pieces on your side of the board. You gotta kick them out. It's very important. So, we're gonna follow that principle. Yes, it does weaken f3, but I don't see how he takes advantage of that. Oh, he can take. Shit, what am I talking about? No, he can just take. What if I went This is annoying. I might need to go a4 in that case. You're going to take. Then rook over. This knight's really annoying me. How do I... Can I get my knight there, though? Here, here, here. But then I leave my king side kind of weak. Oh, no, I can. No, I can't. I was going to say the rook is protecting this, but the knight... Okay, so maybe, now that my rook is there, maybe I can reroute my knight to c5. Can he stop that? I don't see how he does. I don't think that my opponent has a legitimate kingside attack now. Not with the bishop back here, adding more protection, and the rook. I think that I'm okay there for many kingside attacks. Not that I like that knight. Just not really anything I can do about it right now. So I'm going to try to counterattack here a little bit. Get a knight outpost on c5. That should be pretty nasty. Because then, yeah, then I could look to go knight e5. Really annoying me, though. Like, really, really. Oh, I gave up control of the e5 square, of course. Let's see here. It takes. I can't. I'm going to let him, because if he pushes, that is kind of annoying, but I go here, and let me think. Okay, I think a4's got to be played. This is just, I don't like my opponent taking all the space. First, we're going to go a4. I do not like giving my opponent all the space. I don't know what's going on here. Because I take, he takes back, and he's got this huge center. No. Cannot let that happen. First, we're going to strike a4. Then I still might go for my idea of like if I let him push, keeps the pawn on d4 so I can get a knight on c5. But yeah, there's a lot of space because then he's going to follow it up with f5 and he might start rolling those pawns down the board. Okay. I'm not even going to really think too much about this move. I'm just going to take it. Oh, wow. Okay. So that is why take my blunder as a lesson, guys, for why you should do the anti-blunder check. Jesus. It would have just taken me like 5 seconds. Because I full on just blundered my bishop. That's pretty much game over. I don't know what else to say here. I can't even really go c4. But wait, maybe like takes. Maybe somehow I can get some kind of compensation because then if he takes the bishop, it's like I'm sacking the bishop for 2 pawns. Is that 2 pawns? And 2 center pawns. And then his king is weaker. Maybe in some crazy world this works. I mean, I'm sure the computer is going to say it's a blunder, but anyway, so I'm down to a minute 44. Still got to try to play fast, but not that fast. Like that was just silly. Yeah, but now he can. No, I can't jump the knight in because now the queen is helping on those diagonals. This is interesting though. This is very interesting. I can't trade. I can't trade too much, otherwise I'm just completely losing. Yeah, no, I just blundered my entire bishop. I didn't even get like 2 pawns for compensation. I got 1 pawn for compensation. I guess it is a center pawn, but let's see. So takes. The one thing I do like is that I can start going after black's king. That's like the only thing that I might have here. But he can even then just force a trade. I can't even fricking add protection to this rook. My queen is just... Oh, people are freaking out right now. The bar downstairs. Okay, what do we do here? Knight f3? That looks very reasonable. That's a protection. Stop that nonsense. But here, let's see. What if he sacks? Takes. No, sorry. Here. Takes. We can grab. Dude, my queen, I regret putting my queen on c2 hardcore or letting the knight come to f4. This knight won black the game pretty much. I'm pretty sure that this works. Like this tactic, if I got knight f3, he's just gonna sack, takes, and then my king side is totally blown open. Dude, this is so annoying. I'm gonna do it anyways because it's the only thing that looks remotely active. This knight is blocking my queen. My queen sucks right now. Yeah, this is a bad game. That's okay. Honestly, I like. I was just thinking, oh god, I gotta film the daily video, and I feel like I'm gonna lose. Like I'm hungover. I know that I'm gonna lose. But let's see. Tomorrow I'll probably play some more, and then the week there'll be like 4 or 5 days left. I'll probably cram a bunch of games in. See if I can get like a winning streak and get lucky. Otherwise, honestly, guys, the challenge is just for like fun, just for like YouTube and stuff. That giving myself a goal to try to hit 2,000 elo in a year is not a way to get better. Like the way to get better and actually get to 2,000 elo would be to start studying more, playing more over the board chess and tournaments, which I'm very close to doing. I'm really excited. So yeah, even if I don't like make it, I don't know, we'll see. I'm not expecting to because I'd have to definitely catch like a pretty big winning streak. I'll keep the challenge going, and I will also be putting out a lot more content. I don't want all the stuff that I put out like only me trying to get to 2,000 elo or whatever. I do have lots of other fun ideas and cool ideas. for some reason, I really want... Like, wouldn't it just be great to get the E file? But the thing is, you can always block with the rook. Black's having a think. They're probably calculating this move, so I should probably calculate this again. I mean, just takes. I don't know why I did this. Like, I'm already losing, so, but... Takes. Here, though. I think I should not be trading while I'm down, but... He's just really wanting that tactic, eh? Well, whatever, we'll trade. I think that's the best move here. Okay, I'm gonna go knight there, I guess. Dude, this knight is so annoying. God. I can't take the frickin' pawn. I can't go here or here. My opponent did a very good job of restricting. This is an example of what you don't want to let your opponent do. I'm going to have to, like, I can't even go here to get the queen out. I have to go here and here. Or, like, here and here. It's so annoying. This knight is taking up all these light squares. I can't move anywhere here. I blocked myself, so I could... No, there's no way b3 is good. They're just going to push, and... God, would I love to be able to play, like, queen e2. This is insane. I'm being absolutely dominated. The bishop dominates my knight, pretty much. This guy. I think I need to go... Well, no, because then he goes queen here. Push. You gotta be really careful pushing those pawns on the king side. What if I went... He really wants that. He's gonna sack, for sure. It takes. Because it works, probably. Alright. Let's drop the queen back. This is done. This is lost. I'm cooked. I'm not going to resign just yet, but the moment I full-on blundered my bishop. And I'm really curious to see what Stockfish says I should have done about this knight. That was incredibly annoying. He's not even defended. Like, it's not even an outpost with a pawn. There was no frickin' way I could attack this thing. I clearly did something wrong there. Yeah. Clearly did something wrong. But it's a good example of what you're supposed to try to do. You know, get your pieces, move your pieces towards your enemy's side of the board, not just because you want to attack, but because, oh my god, I was just thinking, like, here, check, there. Okay, you know what? I am gonna attack the hell out of this knight. If you don't, I mean, I guess you could play g5. If you move your queen, if you're not careful, I'm going to attack this knight. It's really annoying me. Anyways, yeah, pushing your pieces towards your opponent's side of the board, not just to, like, for the sake of attacking, but because you get more activity, you put your pieces on better squares, and you force your opponent into a more passive position. Now, okay, so now maybe knight back to f3. I still I don't think I can trade here. I can't trade down 2 pawns. It would be like a knight versus knight and bishop with 1 extra pawn. But maybe if I attack, like, the queen is going... It's just so annoying. He's not going to let me get anywhere where I could give checks to this king. Otherwise, like if I could get my queen anywhere over here on the queen side, then I could start like trying to counterattack. But so frustrating. There's no freaking way for me to get the hell out of here unless I were to. No, I don't want to trade, so I'm gonna counterattack. Now d5 is being hit at least. Knight f3 is, I think, good. This knight on f3 is now going to add some more protection. Protects the e1 square, so I don't need to keep guarding that with the queen. Okay. What if... This is so annoying. I'm going to make a waiting move. And I guess he can give this check. Doesn't really do much, but... Okay. I need to find a way to get the hell out of here with this queen. This is so annoying. Here. Push it like... Jesus, dude. I'm going to go here. I don't care. I need to find a way to get out. And I can't trade. Like, I can't trade. I'm totally losing that. I just need to find a way to be tricky to have any chance of surviving or winning here. God. This doesn't work. Just loses another pawn. Go here. That's an interesting move, though. Where are they trying to go? I want to go queen a3. Knight there is scary. But I could also jump in. Before I move my queen, I could throw in knight d4. So you can see I have the increment, you know, I can just keep playing like this with the 10-second increment, but I'm always going to be around 25 seconds. Not much time to think and calculate. Yeah, but I think if I can get over here somewhere on the dark squares and start giving some checks, that was like my only fighting chance. Here, he is threatening to take with check and then win my knight. So I'd have to like scoot over, I think. Here. No, not even. I'd have to move my knight. So if he jumps in with my knight... Oh, he's threatening mate, though. I can't move. Good lord. This is so... And I can't bring the queen to f1. This is so frustrating. That's the move to play, for sure. I guess I'd have to go there. Then, like, takes, I'd have to take with the, with the king. That's insane. Okay. Still, I think I'm going to play it anyways. I mean, he's got to move or defend the knight somehow. And either way, I'm going to start... Like, if he goes back there with the queen, I'll start poking around. He's going to go queen here. Queen there. Then maybe I go back. I have to go back, actually. Or I'm getting that nasty check on f1. I'm expecting this move. Still, knight d4 might be okay at the right moment, because if the knight moves, I have like knight e6 check. But unless my queen finds a way to get over here somewhere, it doesn't do anything. I need to find some way to pierce through. Then maybe I have a chance. Wow, that's interesting. What is he attacking really? Like here. Am I getting mated? That's the question. I don't think so, but I gotta move. Not yet, at least. What is he... I mean, he can't give the check. See this knight? See how annoying that knight on f3 is? Okay. Okay. If I'm very clever, I might be able to pull something off here. Check. Block with a bishop. Okay. Let's go here. Trying to threaten that pawn, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, that move's kind of annoying. I mean, I guess the bishop is tied down defending the king, but there's like literally no way for me to attack the king with that bishop there. I can't really get to the dark squares. I don't know where. I guess. Oh, Jesus. He can just take here. Okay, you know what? If he does that, I think I'm going in. Yeah, I'm going in with my knight and trying to just be tricky. Maybe I can get very lucky and get like a queen, a royal fork. If he isn't careful, you know, like if I get the queen here, you know, he messes up and puts his queen somewhere where I can fork him. This I don't see. Like he can give me the check, but like it's not like he's gonna do a perpetual. So if I'm real lucky, I let my opponent burn their clock all the way down and they flag. But that's so unlikely with the 10-second increment. Yeah, I mean, jeez. I could grab the pawn now. I'm just gonna do this. But imagine I went here and then went the queen there. Imagine he did that. Like maybe I can still pull that off, but here he's gonna go. That's not possible. Okay, can't give the check. All right. I have to move my knight again. Oh my god, I'm losing. He probably has this, right? Yeah, it's check. That's game over. Stay out of any checks. Jesus. Oh, yeah, I could probably resign now. That is so unfortunate that I blundered my bishop. Especially sucks, you know, when you're playing a 15-minute game and you lose. You're like, ugh, that took 15 minutes. Imagine now, like, it's good though, because imagine playing, you know, a classical game, uh, an hour 40 plus increment and all of that. When you lose, it haunts you and you try to learn from your mistakes because, yeah, like, then it really sucks. Under a knight or something, please. Like, I have no moves. I guess I could pin the knight for fun. He's just gonna run his pawns down the board. Anyways, well, I appreciate y'all if you are watching. I don't know how many of you are returning viewers, how many of you are new, but that is not possible. Oh my god, can you imagine if like that somehow you can block, but if I got a perpetual. But I appreciate y'all. I'll be streaming soon too. Right now I'm not able to stream. My PC is supposed to get in any day now, and then I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be multi-streaming. That's the plan, at least, on like Twitch and Kick and YouTube. Um, And I could even go nuts in like vertical and horizontal stream. I mean, I think that's a little bit too much, but regardless, I can stream again. We'll be doing a lot more viewer events and um, tournaments, stuff like that. So here takes. They don't have anything. No tricks. This old dog is all out of tricks. Check here, check. I don't really see what that accomplishes, so I don't know if he's going to go for that. Funny, because it's actually like it could be easier to attack my king. Like, he doesn't really have, if he had a dark square bishop or if his knight was on a better square maybe, but for right now, all he has is like perpetuals and stuff. Move the knight. Give me your queen. You could take. Take. For example. Yeah, he does that. No, I'm gonna be annoying. Or, I don't know, I guess I could. Let's try to go for a stalemate. I'm gonna chuck my pawns. He's so much time though that like there's no way. But again, like speaking of chess vibes, that video I was watching from Nelson, he had an opponent draw in a completely, his opponent was beating him twice in a row, a FIDE master, and drew twice from stalemate, which was crazy. Granted, the time control, it was blitz, and it was much much easier. The guy had like 6 seconds left, so this is not, I don't think, ever going to happen, but you never know. You never know. Let's see, how long is this recording? 47 minutes. It's a long game. Sorry, guys, I'm making y'all suffer. You'd be surprised, though. Seriously, you'd be surprised sometimes what people will blunder, and don't think that 1900s or 2000s are like I get a lot of people commenting, a lot of trash talkers, like, oh, there's no way that this is not 2000 play. This is like 600 play. It's so ludicrous that I don't even know how to respond to that. Uh, but yeah, I would say like 2200. That's when those opponents are like, if you were in a club, right? If you're 2000 on chess.com, probably means that you're around 1800, maybe 1900, maybe 2000 over the board, but probably not. And so if let's just say you're like 2000 chess.com and 1800 over the board. 1800 over the board is like you've just entered the world of like good, like tournament players. Like you're a kind of competitive tournament player. You are by no means though master. You're not like, and so that's what a lot of these people are. Like we're all 1900, 1800, 1900, 2000. 2000s blunder like crazy. I mean, I was just that video I was watching from Chess Vibes. He's playing 2200s, and I know that it's easy to say this when you're watching, like, Nelson's a national master, so he's pretty good. I know it's easy to say, oh, like look how bad they're playing when he's facing someone who's playing really, really well. Still, though, it's pretty astonishing the blunders that they are still making and some of the terrible moves they're still making at 22, 2300, chess.com. So that was a nice checkmate. All right. Anyways, let's take a look at this game real quick. I really want to find out what went wrong because to be honest, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, it wasn't an awful game. I had 76.1% accuracy. My opponent played a good game. They had some mistakes, but I had one blunder, 2 mistakes, 8 inaccuracies. So let's take a look at it. Yeah, we got. I clearly need to go over my London lines though. Against the Grunfeld setup with D5. When it's D6, I'm much more comfortable with that. But yeah, so like 95 is just not. It's not the move. So let's see. If it's not that, I wonder if it's. Let's see. We get to like retry. What? Bishop there. What? I thought this is like you retry. Show best move. Whatever. Let's just switch it to the analysis. Here the best move is 95. It is just C3 or castles. Really? So castles here. Bishop H2. E5. Knight takes. Knight takes. D takes. Okay, and apparently this is better for white. All right. I don't know why. I just thought like I don't want to double my pawns, but oh wait, that would just be that's why. E5 just never. Oh my god, that's stupid. That's just a free pawn. Yeah, that doesn't work. It'll just be a free pawn. Okay, so that was silly. I didn't need to worry about all that. In fact, that's kind of an example of what I was talking about, where I'm worrying too much about my opponent's threats. Okay, C5, C3, Queen C1 was also good. I'm not sure I would think to play Queen C1. All right, but this is still pretty equal. So takes, bishop takes, takes. This is equal. Ugh, I'm tired. Yeah, Queen C2 sucked, man. Queen C2 really sucked. So what was the move here? Queen B3. Yeah. Almost always when you have Queen B6, the response is Queen B3. Like almost always. I should have just played that. It's a way more active square. Because then we trade off, and then he got this freaking knight on F4 that I could never get rid of. It's like, white is still actually better here. So I somehow, somewhere, I messed this up. I should have gone rook F to E1. I'm just taking a look at this move, though. Takes, queen takes, like if he had done that, rook E3, yeah. No, that's what we saw. It did not work. But I should have moved the other rook. This was unnecessary, I guess. Really? So this is still just... Let's say I just made like a waiting move. He wouldn't be able to sack there. Okay. So here, Queen D... Queen D6. What? Oh, that's for black. I'm like, what? Queen D6. Rook E3 would have been better. So this is weird. Like white is better here. What went wrong? Isn't that what I played? Well, no, I played King H1, which was stupid. Then Knight F3, which is the best. Then Rook E3. Which is still fine. Somewhere here I messed up. Bishop F1 is excellent. King G1 is best, but okay, we've got a game here. White is slightly better. Knight BD2, because I let E5. Okay, so E5. Okay, so this was actually a game. This was a game until I let E5. So if you guys know the London, very often whoever gets the E5 push or the E4 push in typically has the edge. And I forgot that moving my knight away took the defense away from the E5 square, letting them play E5 and get that big center. So that's where things started going downhill. Now black is slightly better, but it's still even. E5, and then I should have just taken. I don't know what this crap was. I should have just taken, but like... And then Queen D1 is what it wants here. It's not my favorite position, though. Like, seriously, giving black this big center. They have all this space. But apparently it was still even, so I could have probably pulled something off, but then I just full on blundered my bishop, and then it's game over. And I'm pretty sure there's never a moment here where I had any chance. No trick. Nothing. So, let this be a lesson to y'all. Anti-blunder check. It's fine if you guys play like 10-minute rapid games. This was a 15-minute. I played 10-minute as well. But man, like, don't in a 10-minute rapid game, you should never, almost never spend as much time, like 3 seconds on a move, unless you have already calculated it. Okay, you don't need to spend as much time as I do, but like, dude, at least look and calculate so you don't blunder, because that was just stupid, especially in a 15-minute game. There's no excuse for me blundering my bishop like that. So that's why I lost. Lost because of a blunder. Anyways, I'll be back at it tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like this. Also, just a reminder, again, Chestnut, there is a coupon code in the description below. You can use the code Wesley Plays Chess for any Chestnut product, and I believe right now they have some of the best discounts that they're ever going to have on the website. So the electronic chessboard, right, all of that stuff, you can use my promo code. It will always be 2% higher than whatever you see on the website, unless it's 20%. If you see 20%, which I believe is happening in November, that is the highest discount they will ever, apparently, according to them, offer. So if you want to get something, now is the time. If you want to get one of those cool new chessboards, I've seen a few people already have used my code, which is awesome. Thank you, by the way. So check that out, and I will see you guys in the next video tomorrow. Peace.